So we're going to look at how to create a mid-wall using 2 HydroDrive profiles that will allow each floor in a multi-level building drain and vent. So the first profile we'll talk about is the HydroDry Ultra Drain. It features the same drainage trough and drain slots as the weep screen. It has a flat bottom that makes it an easy application on top of sillstones, some fenestration openings and other penetrations. It also has the drainage path along this sloped leg to divert water down, out, and away from your open. A similar profile is the HydroDry Drip Edge. It's the same geometric part as the Ultra Drain. The one key difference is that it has Amoco's patented flexible drip edge on the front. And what this does, typically over fenestrations, big openings like garage doors, is allows the water to come down and drain, and it actually gives it a little bit of an extra diverted path to keep it away from your fenestrations. Let's look at how these are going to integrate with the easy vent to create breathable stories within a building. So in order to create the breathable midwall, a breathable and drainable midwall, we're going to take these 2 parts. This is the HydroDrive Ultra Drain Drip Edge and the easy vent, and we're going to stack them together just like this. What that's going to do is allow the floor above to drain down and out, and with the drip edge it diverts the water away towards my exterior cladding while allowing the floor below to vent out of my easy vent. We're going to put it on the wall and take a look at how that works. So first we're going to look at placement for the Ultra Drain Drip Edge and where we want that to go. You see that my rain screen stops here, so I'm going to set my drip edge right on top of that. Now in order to tie this into the weather barrier, I need to cut my WRB about 2 inches above the nail fin. I'm then going to insert a secondary piece of paper underneath that cut and lap it onto my nail fin. That's going to give me a shiplap weather barrier protection using the WRB paper. So when I'm ready to attach through the nail fin, I'm going to do it the same way that I do with the drain screed. You can use a pneumatic nailer, staples, or screws. So we've made our cut in the WRB. We're test fitting how the drip edge is going to go here. It looks good to me. We are going to have plenty of overlap onto our nailing flange here. So I'm going to go ahead and get this attached, and then we'll take a look at how to integrate the easy vent on the first floor. So we have our drip edge attached. We recommend running a piece of flashing, some self-adhesive flashing across this that you've penetrated the WRB with screw holes or nail holes. A good bead of silicone or sealant would also do the trick. You just want to make sure you keep the water out of that penetration. And then we're going to flip our building wrap back down, our inserted piece of WRB. And you can see here that we've got an integrated shiplap layer of building wrap to funnel that water, any water that hits it, down into our drainage path. So now that we've got our drip edge installed, we're going to go ahead and finish this top section up and install our rain screen above, and then come back and look at integrating our easy vent underneath. So we just finished installing our second layer of rain screen for the top floor. It's pretty simple application. We did make sure to use a part that had the lower scrim flap so that we could flip it under and create the bug screen and the drainage trough. So we're going to install the easy vent the same way that we would a casing bead or the easy bead. It's going to go and sit right up flush underneath the drip edge. And you want to make sure that you get good contact on Amoco's flexible bulb. That's going to do 2 things for you. Number 1, it's going to give you a solid caulking surface to create a good joint underneath your drip edge. And it's also going to make sure that you get tight adhesion so that your midwall joint doesn't fail. And to show you the contrast, we use 2 different colors of profiles. We have the gray drip edge and the white easy vent. All of the profiles in the HydroDry system come in white, gray, or also tan. So we've gotten our easy vent integrated now with our drip edge, and we're ready to come back and apply some sealant. Typically on the job site, I wouldn't recommend doing this until after your lath and plaster has been applied. And while it's not absolutely required, it is strongly recommended. On the drip edge, if you remember, we talked about the flexible leg that we supplied here. So in order to get a good caulk joint, you just want to lift up the edge, take the tip of your caulking gun, and run it along, supplying a generous bead down the length of the profiles. And what this is going to do for you is give you a 2-point adhesion using the bond breaker tape and the flexible bulb that was supplied on the easy vent. Once I've applied my bead of sealant, I can go back and smooth it out with my finger and make sure I get good adhesion. And now that I have my 2 parts sealed and applied together, I've got fully drainable and ventable floors within my structure.